What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Pops and Wiz SportsCast, coming to you live from the Miska Wissa studio in upstate New York. I'm your co-host, Papa K. To my left, the one and only, the coolest cat you ever want to chat with, who plays the guitar great, sings great, unfortunately can't pick a winner in football. Your man, Mr. Whiskers.
Oh! Ah! God! I mean, what's happening, everybody? Yeah, Pops, you ain't wrong there. I can't pick a winner worth of
I had
shit.
to throw a little good thing in there with your guitar playing and singing, which is phenomenal.
It's average at
No, I
best.
know I'm biased, but you
It's-
do really,
I appreciate
really
that,
play great and sing great.
Thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
Saturday night, when we were finished with the football, you were singing the songs. You know every damn word, by the way. You'd be great in karaoke because you don't have to look at the screen. But I know you don't want to do that anymore. Anyway, we have major football. And we're going to start off with all the firings that I've heard so far.
All right, let's hear it.
Ron Rivera, Washington, gone. Smith, Falcons, gone. Grable, Tennessee, gone. Not gone yet, but Bill Belichick is up for grabs. He said he's going to talk to Robert Kraft if he wants to stay there, renew it, or whatever. Probably not, I don't think, personally. Antonio Pierce up for grabs because the interim. He went 5-4 with the Raiders.
I heard something interesting with him, actually.
Yeah. So, I don't know if he's going to get the job. You got Wing Markendale resigned from the Giants as a defense, and they fired all the other guys, by the way. I can't tell you their names, but they fired all the other defensive coordinators. Question marks as far as players.
I'm listening.
Where does Saquon go? Will they resign him? He had a phenomenal year as far as I'm concerned. Do they give him a contract, or they or does he leave? He's 28, just turned 28. And let's face it, injury prone? No, not this year. He played just about every game. He scored 5 passing touchdowns, I think, or maybe 5 running touchdowns.
Wow.
What?
I also just noticed this. Voting Saquon Barkley is a nominee for the Man of the Year award.
Okay. No.
So I wonder if that'll have anything to do. I thought I saw something. I hate when Twitter does this. But I saw for Antonio Pierce that the Giants were looking at him for defensive coordinator for next season.
But if they Raiders want him as a coach, he's going to take that.
He's going to take the head coaching position.
No, not bad. It's not a great team, but he went 5-4. That's not bad in 9 games. Just coming in out of the blue.
No, not bad at all.
I'm trying to think of the other guys, and which I told you before the show. I think there's going to be more firings after this weekend.
Yeah.
You could see, depending on who wins and loses, obviously who loses. I figure McCarthy's safe with Dallas. I don't know about the guy on Philly. If Philly loses to Tampa.
Well, something I'm curious about is, McDaniels, or guy on Miami.
I think he's safe right now. Yeah.
Because
I can't
here's my thought on that though is they had they had a rather nice lead in the division. I think they blew I think they had a 3-game lead with 5 weeks to go.
Buffalo was 6-6 and won the next 5.
Yeah.
Miami got destroyed by Ravens. Lost this past Sunday to who, by the way, the Buffalo Bills owned them. They won 11 out of the last 13 against the Dolphins.
And I believe Josh Allen alone, his record against Miami is 11-1.
Yeah, so
that speaks a lot of words.
They kind of
right
own them, but I'm trying to think of the other teams that I don't think what's his name, Andy Reid's going anywhere because the injuries that they've suffered and the people they let go. I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with him. I don't think.
Yeah, but you know what? The coach is always that's the scapegoat right there.
Plus, I think he has a safe contract. They signed him.
So,
the man's won 2 out of 3 Super Bowls. So
No.
You're going to get rid of a guy like that.
You don't get rid of him that quickly.
Yeah, remember when Coughlin was on the ropes? And
He was
wins
on the
Super
chopping
Bowl,
block. Yeah.
And they signed him 4 years right after that.
God.
And he wins another one.
Sorry, hold on a second. The wind is picking up over there, and I just feel it blowing on me.
I feel it too.
So I'm just going to lower that a little bit.
I don't know. Like I said, a guy on Tennessee was there 7 years, had a winning record. But, see ya. The other running back, free agent, Derrick Henry. You know somebody's going to want to get him.
I see. Here's the thing with Derrick Henry, and I even remember talking like with Jay Swift about this because she had him on her fantasy team.
Yeah.
And she made a lot of moves this season that led to her victory in the Super Bowl. But like Derrick Henry was one of the players she talked about quite often as being, 1 week he'd get you a damn good amount of points, and then another week it was just quite the opposite. Maybe 3 or 4 points out of him.
This weekend he was major, beating the Colts. Yeah. He had a 60-yard run, touchdown.
Yeah.
So he
that was Saturday night. Remember, right?
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, that was a very interesting game there. Mm-hmm. Which I'd like to just kind of transition this into Saturday night's games. Pops, you and I hung out together. Yeah. We grilled up some sirloin steaks, had some baked potatoes, had the games going, had a nice time. Like you said, we were listening to music and everything like that.
Yeah.
And, I know going into that evening, the Pittsburgh game came on first against the Baltimore Ravens. And I know when we put that on the board, we didn't realize how many players were going to be benched when that game was put up there until after the fact.
Yeah.
And even you and I had picked Baltimore.
Yeah, well, I should have known that they weren't going to start Lamar Jackson. They were 13-3. Why would you start the guy?
Yeah.
But I forgot about all the other guys that didn't start. I don't know their names, but there was 4 other guys that were starters that didn't play that game, and they still played them tough. Now remember, that weather was horrible. Horrible there with that rain.
I mean, we're talking about, you could see it. Even certain cameras, like the camera was covered in rainwater.
Yeah, you could barely see the players.
The only time that you actually got a clear shot of the field was like the stationary cameras that have that hood over top. Right, but those ones that were going across the field,
couldn't see nothing.
It was very, very blurry.
Unfortunately for the Steelers, they lost T.J. Watt, and he's definitely out.
That's a big loss for their defense right there.
When he's not in the game, they're 1-6.
See that right there? That stat alone just gives you like quite enough to play with there. When you look at that, because now Pittsburgh really needed to win Saturday, right? Just to have a spot in the playoffs.
And they've snuck. I don't say they backed in, but they
backed in. I'll say it. They backed in.
The other two teams had to lose, and they did.
Yeah, I mean, right? The way I look at it, they backed in. They needed to. They didn't get in on their own record alone. Yeah. They had to have other teams lose.
And that happened.
For them to get in there.
Yeah.
And the big thing I know was between Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and who was the third team? Jacksonville. So to me, that's. They backed into the playoffs.
I want to say Buffalo did.
I'm not saying Buffalo. I'm still on Pittsburgh. But with that, a big loss with T.J. Watt right there.
Oh God.
This is
that's why
this changes
everything.
This changes. Yeah, it changes everything.
That's phenomenal. And just like his brother was doing broadcasting now on the pregame shows. J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt.
Yeah. His brother's T.J. Watt. Yeah.
And you could tell when he was slamming his fist on the ground.
He was hurt.
You knew?
Hyperextended knee, I think they said. Out definitely for 2 weeks if Pittsburgh survives that long, which, in my opinion, I don't know.
It's, again, like they're going to have to pull something out of their ass.
This is the weather report. Pittsburgh is at Buffalo.
That's right. They're facing
talking possible snow, right? Miami's at Kansas City.
Now, hold on a second. I'm sorry, Pops. I don't mean to interrupt. But because I don't want to lose my train of thought here,
okay.
Is Pittsburgh at Buffalo. If we could just stay on that for a quick second.
Okay. All right.
This just even again, Pittsburgh at Buffalo against Josh Allen and the offense there, and you're down a major defensive player here.
Well,
that is a huge factor because as we talked about before, Buffalo Bills. 12 weeks into the season. What was it? 12, 13 weeks into the season. They were 6-6.
Yeah.
Now they all of a sudden
They ran the table.
They just kicked kicked ass.
Yeah.
And now they're going to be facing a Pittsburgh defense, home field advantage.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen right now is literally the kind of guy that is, despite any of the shortcomings of the Buffalo Bills, whether it's the defense or even the offense side of the board, they had a hard time getting a run game going.
They got the kid Cook.
Well, not until they had him for a while. They just had to get him going. It took some time. Now they got him going. This Pittsburgh team, yeah, this Pittsburgh team is in a lot of trouble.
Especially with Mason Rudolph. Who would you pick? Just my opinion. Mason Rudolph or Josh Allen?
I'm going Josh Allen all day.
Right?
I'm going Josh Allen all day.
And Mason Rudolph only had 2 incompletions in that whole game against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Against the Ravens.
Yeah. So this is just things that we don't have the board out quite yet, but these are things to think about as we're going into it. I've already thought about it. In that scenario, I'm definitely going with the Buffalo Bills.
Well,
because, if T.J. Watt was in the game,
different story maybe.
Now we're looking at this is a much tougher decision. But the Bills are home.
Yeah.
No T.J. Watt. Josh Allen is playing lights out as of the last 5-6 weeks. I mean, he is literally.
And Stephon Diggs finally showed up.
Yeah, I mean between Diggs and Cook.
But the major play in that game against Miami was that 96-yard punt return. That turned the game around.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, boom. Miami was controlling the game. Now it's 14-14.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, Bills took over.
This was one of the things, and this is what I hate about bad weather, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Is as we hung out Saturday night, and I hung out a bit later after you got home.
Yeah.
I actually woke up Sunday I woke up late. I slept in a bit. I woke up around 11:30ish.
That's not bad.
And then as I was kind of getting the house organized, cleaned up, taking care of the dishes and stuff, spent a good portion of the afternoon into the evening shoveling because that snow, it was no joke.
No.
There was that wet, sloppy, heavy snow.
Yeah.
And, so by the time I came back in, I think I fell asleep on the couch for a little bit. And, and then, Jay Swift was coming home from Puerto Rico. So, then we did a lot of catching up. Where I'm getting at, didn't really watch any football Sunday.
No, I did.
So,
I watched every game.
So you said the
Jacksonville game. This is how close. Not to get off the Buffalo game, but I think we're done with that anyway. Trevor Lawrence? He's 6'6", right? Something like that?
He's up there.
Yeah, they're on the 2-yard line. 4th and goal. He tries to put the ball, jump over the top, gets pushed back. They showed the replay. He was this far away from the plane. They were stopped. Pretty much game over.
That's it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Indianapolis, right? 4th and whatever. 3. To the, what's his name? To the ball to the sideline, behind the guy. Game over. One thing about weather this week, coming up, right? Dallas, home, has a dome, if they need to. Buffalo is going to be a different story. Detroit has a dome. They're inside. Kansas City is going to be rough because that's outside. It's going to be cold there. Who's the other games now? Oh, Cleveland at Houston. I think Houston's, I don't know if it's the Astrodome. I think they have a dome. Not sure.
I'm sure. I actually couldn't tell you how many.
It's probably warm there anyway.
The only team I know for sure has a dome. I don't know all the stadiums that have domes. I know Dallas has a dome.
Yeah.
Off the top
of my head. And
Philly's
at Tampa Bay, which you got to figure, other than rain, it's going to be warm in Florida.
Yeah.
So, I don't think there's an issue there about weather. So, the only two teams weather-wise is really Buffalo and Kansas City.
So just not to get off the subject of that, as we know what the playoffs look like, everybody. We know what the playoff pictures are. We know which games are going to be played.
Yeah.
And of course, later on after the break, we're going to be bringing out Pop's picks.
Yep.
Which I was even joking around with you, Papa K, at the end of the season. This is one of my favorite times to do Pop's picks because not only are we in the playoffs now, wild card weekend, but the picks are set. There's not a whole lot of thinking involved. It's just okay. Here we go. Let's throw them on the board.
Yeah.
And it really between that and again, like I said, playoffs very exciting.
Oh yeah.
Staying at the same point, we were talking about before we started the show. Very exciting that the playoffs are here. Also, kind of a little sad because now we know football is coming to an end here. So it's like that short-lived excitement right now. That energy is high. After February 11th.
At least you got 3 straight weeks. You got wild card.
Yeah.
And who goes to the final. The third week is who's going to the Super Bowl. So you got 6 games, 4 games, 2 games, and then 1 game.
Now, one game I wanted to bring up, which I didn't get to watch the game, but I had seen highlights on the internet.
Yeah.
As when I'm at work, I have it going in the background, or when I'm on my lunch break or whatever, I'm taking a look to see what's going on in the world.
What game is
of
that?
Football. The Falcons and the Saints game. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah. At the end when they scored, the coach was really upset on the Falcons.
So what was the final score in that game?
48-21, I think.
48. Okay, so New Orleans.
The game was over.
The game was over. They were right there, victory formation. And it looked like they were going to take a knee to run the clock out, and then they hand the ball off.
This is what I heard. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. The
The
guy that scored the touchdown, that was an incentive. If he scores, he gets another $250,000.
So this is what I heard. I heard, it had a lot to do with the running back. I heard he hadn't scored a touchdown all season.
I didn't know that.
And the season before, he held the record. He was rookie record, I think. 17 rushing touchdowns.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But that I heard had an influence on the decision there. That it wasn't necessarily the head coach of New Orleans.
No, he tried to apologize. The other guy.
But hear me out. Let me just finish what I was saying, Pops.
Yeah.
Is because I'm curious as to what your thoughts are on this. Because I heard the post game conference, and he was like, that wasn't the play we intended to do. Mm-hmm. So now I'm hearing stories that New Orleans went rogue, and they just did not pay attention to what the coach said, that they wanted to give the ball to this running back.
To get
it was Williams?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it was Williams?
It was like a 2-yard run. No, I don't think he was trying to add on to insult the Falcons.
I don't think so either.
I think it was only, normally if it meant nothing, I guarantee you, no coach, other than college coaches, would try to rub it in.
Yeah.
They would have took the knee and just run the clock out. We saw it against the Jets with Kansas City.
We got Grim in chat. What up, Grim? He
Hey,
says
Grim.
it was 48-17.
48-17, okay.
So yeah, they were right. How's it going, Grim? It's good to see you, man. Right, 48-17, running the ball in.
Well, at the time it was 41. The final score was 48. Well, yeah. Like I said, I don't think that coach on New Orleans. First of all, he needed 2 losses, which he didn't get, with their win to get in the playoffs.
I don't think he called that play.
Whatever it is.
I think this is what I think it is.
Mm.
Just through what I've gathered from the internet right now, what I've seen on some of the shorts that I've seen, is he apologized, but he even said, he goes, that was not the initial play that we intended to run.
The coach didn't believe it. You saw the highlights?
No, I saw. He was cursing at him. That was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, if you're a lip reader, you know what he was saying.
You knew, if you watched that, you knew.
Evidently, he didn't believe him, but I kind of believe the New Orleans guy.
He didn't intend to run that play, and that's what I
It was
believe.
over.
He was defending. New Orleans coach was protecting his players and also his own professionalism there, because if they put it in for a victory formation and your team just went rogue and decided to run a play that they wanted to run, that looks bad for you as a coach as
True.
well.
Yep. I don't even
Because
think that
now
was-
it's like the team does
You
not
lost control.
You've lost control. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to hear, brother.
I don't know about that. I think it was because they wanted to give him the incentive.
Yeah, but again, like when you think about it, as a head coach, you have your own set of how you're running the team. If the team decided that they want him to get the extension, this way they could keep him.
Right.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Now it's a different ball game here, because now they're taking it into their hands. And you saw it. I saw it. I saw the play.
Me too.
They're lined up in the victory formation, and they run the ball. When have you ever seen that in football?
I can't remember.
I've never seen a team line up in victory formation as a
Well,
scheme.
either way, Atlanta didn't make it because they lost, and New Orleans didn't make it because the other teams that they expected to
I know,
lose,
but
so they were out.
it's not about who's out and who's in right now to me. I'm just talking about it. I wanted to cover that in the sense of diving deeper into it, figuring out, what thoughts are there. Do you guys think that it was an intentionally run play? Do you think that?
I'll give you another example. There was another case in this last game. I forgot who and what team. But one receiver needed another catch to get $1 million incentive. They didn't throw to him.
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
That's
$1
because
million now, not $250.
again, this is what I mean though, is, they don't do that, right? Like, when you look at the benching of Russell Wilson
To save $32
to
million.
save $32 million, this
There's
one
still
right,
one.
this one right here, because it all adds up after a while.
Sure.
Granted, yeah, $250,000, incentive right there. It seems like chump change in the NFL. But you could see how it changes up play calling and things like that. It's like, okay, if we're not what I mean is if we're not in the playoffs,
Yeah.
again, what is the reason that I'm going to put you in there so we lose even more money?
Yeah. All right. Think about how much money each team makes that advances after this week.
Exactly. Now that's the teams that they okay, we're keeping all players in.
Yeah.
I'm talking about these teams right now that there are these incentives here for these particular players. Russell Wilson, this guy on New Orleans, like you said, the receiver that could have had $1 million, increase to his paycheck right there. Teams that aren't making the playoffs. Now we're running. Now you see that coaches are running different plays and things like that to avoid this payout.
I don't know about that, but
That's my thoughts.
my point is, who cares? Why did you wait till the last game? You couldn't do it all year to get in or get this incentive. Tough shit. Sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is an insult to your head coach. So, again, New Orleans coach, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets fired.
They went 9-8. I doubt it.
Again, that's a bad way to end the regular season.
Again, if he's right that he didn't call this play, is not good for him. But if the incentive were, and he did call it, kudos to them. Give the kid $250,000. You went way out of the game anyway. You went at 41-17.
But still, there is like those levels of unwritten rules.
I know. But
You think that was right? In your okay.
to get the incentive, yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Don't put yourself in the player's position.
No.
Put yourself in a head coach position.
Yeah, I would have done it. Yeah.
You would have done it.
Yeah, sure. Why not? $250,000 sounds like a lot
You're
of money.
up by that much, and
If
you're
that
like,
incentive. The kid's gonna make $250 extra. Yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, me at that,
I know you're not gonna agree with me on that.
No. This is definitely where we don't see eye to eye here because you're already winning, and especially as a head coach, out of respect for the other head coach.
Yeah. Well, obviously he didn't take it that way. The other head coach was pissed.
Yeah, but even hearing the post conference, he started off apologizing to what's his name, MacArthur. If Arthur Smith, right? You don't start off a post conference with apologies if you intended to do that.
Well,
If you intended to do that, this is my thought, is you're coming out there and you're saying, listen, man, stop the play then. And none of that, to me, seemed like good sportsmanship. And to me, it's like, okay, well, then how much of it is like, that's why I really do believe that the players went rogue. And that they decided, because think about it.
We'll never know.
Well, but we can talk about it, though, can we
but
not?
It's
not what we know. It's about how we feel and our opinions.
but we don't know the facts. So
Yeah,
talk
but we're
about
allowed
it
to form an opinion. We don't have to know all the facts because they're not going to release. They're not going to tell
we
the
don't know
truth
the truth.
about that.
That's the
I
problem.
know. So let's form opinions. Are we only stating our show based on facts, or do our opinions mean nothing?
Yeah, well, like I said, my opinion is I don't give a damn. The coach got fired anyway that morning, so who cares?
Who?
Walter Smith.
Oh, for the Falcons.
He got fired that next day.
And I'm sure that the granted he had every right to feel the way he did.
Yeah.
But my thing is this is I just and then we'll get off of this.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it was. I felt this that the team, New Orleans head coach, he lost the team there for a second. That's my thoughts, and I'm entitled to my thoughts.
First of all, shame on the Falcons. You sucked. You had to win that game and hope for another loss. You sucked.
Yeah.
You allowed 48 points and scored 17. Shame on you then.
But at the same time, okay,
Got no right
Falcons.
to bitch.
No, listen. Falcons aren't getting in anyways. Neither is New Orleans, whether they won or
The
lost.
Falcons would have won, and the other teams would have lost. Yeah.
But hear me out. New Orleans win or lose. Bye.
No. New Orleans won, but they needed the other two teams to lose, and that didn't happen.
And that didn't happen.
No. Like Pittsburgh got in because the other two teams lost.
But they already won the game, and they're going to run that play. That is insanely disrespectful to the other team. And at the same time, I don't even blame the New Orleans head coach at that front because I honestly don't feel he had anything to do with it. I honestly believe that the team took matters into their own hands.
Yeah, well,
Camaraderie. I want this guy being here next year because if he doesn't get this contract, maybe he goes somewhere else.
could be. We'll never know.
The Vikings got eliminated. Yeah, I know, Grim.
Oh yeah, no. They lost to Green Bay the week before, 33-10 or something.
Yeah.
They were done. Nice try, with the kid Dobbs, but this is a guy now. Look at Green Bay loses Aaron Rodgers, right? And this kid brings them to the playoffs in his first year as a full-time starter. Not bad. And I'm watching this guy. Guy's got an arm.
Oh, no, I know.
A rifle.
That's why I was surprised. Like, granted they came off a bye week when they faced the Giants. But
Yeah, I don't know.
even in that game, you could see, the power he has in his throws, it's there.
Offense, with Green Bay, I can see they could score. They got a good receiver. I can't think of his name now. I think it's Doubs. And I don't know if he's playing, but anyway. The question mark with them is the defense. And yet this year, the defense has shown a lot. Allowed 10 points to this team. They scored 30. Can they stop, what's his name? Dak Prescott.
Yeah, it's going to be a question.
He's on fire.
Just, I'd like to just excuse myself for a second. I do apologize. Just have to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, Pops. I apologize.
Get out. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting playoffs, boy. You got Dallas, home to Green Bay. We got Buffalo, home to Pittsburgh. We got the Rams at Detroit. Miami at Kansas City. What's the other ones? Cleveland at Houston. And I'm missing one. Oh, Philly at Tampa Bay. That is the interesting game. Who the hell knows what's going on with Philly? We just beat them. And beat them pretty badly, by the way. Which I never thought would happen, but Finally, we stopped the jinx of losing to them like for, I don't know, 8 years in a row, whatever it was, 10 years. So the Giants really, kind of embarrassed them. Just, no offense, Philly fans, but you've been beating the crap out of us for over a decade. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Injuries are going to be major. J.J. Watt, not in. Jalen Hurts had his finger hurt.
Oh, with the Giants game, right?
In the Giants game. You got, Laporte, the tight end for Detroit. Now they're saying he's going to play, but what I saw in the injury, I don't know about that. He had like a hyperextended knee. But he said he's ready to go. We'll see. He got, 5 days or whatever.
It's,
What's Peacock?
Peacock is another app that, has, I believe it has movies, right? Grim.
Do you have that?
I had it at one point.
Because that night game is only on Peacock Saturday.
See, this is what I think is bullshit, is that, you know what? To have playoff games, wild card games, and that you're literally restricting.
Yeah. I
mean, it should be across all platforms.
I think NBC is going to take over no matter what, because following, Sunday, there's a game Peacock, but NBC also. So, I think by Saturday night, because we're going to our...
So hold on a second. I'm sorry. I apologize to interrupt you, just because chat's giving us some information as well.
Go.
Which, by the way, what's up, Glove? How you doing, man?
Yeah, Glove.
But Grim says, I have it, and Glove says it's NBC's app.
So then they're going to show the game.
They don't have to if they don't want to. They own the app.
Okay. Well, they'd be foolish if they don't show the game, because the following day,
I agree.
Peacock has it, and NBC, in parentheses, televising the game. But
so maybe they're doing both, though.
Yeah, well, if NBC does not televise that Saturday night game, they're going to receive hell. Not everybody has Peacock.
No, I think, honestly, it should be showcased across all... It's not the regular season anymore, right, Dad?
No.
It should be showcased to everybody. If you have the apps, if you have cable TV, whatever you have, you should be able. You're paying for these services. You should be able to watch these games.
This is NFL Network. This is national television.
Yeah.
All these teams are going to be on national television, on these, NBC, ABC, ESPN, Fox.
Yeah, and
CBS. This is all national television.
And for these networks to sit there and use the apps that they own as a way to force people to pay more money, as if everything isn't fucking expensive enough. Here, hold on, let's beat down the.
Well, we've seen it in baseball, right? We've seen it in hockey. Basketball.
It's a shame.
Yeah, that you have to pay extra money, and I won't do it. I don't give a damn. I'm a diehard sports fan. I won't do it.
I ain't doing it either. Like we go with the streaming platform that we use to watch the games.
Yeah.
And we do that throughout the entire season of football, all the way up to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And if there's anything we have to do after that, well, then we will cancel this and get what we need next.
This is a month away, by the way.
Oh, I know. I'm very much. I know.
Days
I'm very much aware of when the Super Bowl is. I know, I've got the day off after.
Me too.
And we're going to have a nice Super Bowl party here with some guests, some very exciting guests coming.
Hopefully.
Oh, I got...
I don't worry about weather.
That's true, weather.
Personal, conditions,
but
whatever.
It seems to me...
If not, it'll be me, you, and hopefully Swift.
Swift?
Yeah, maybe your brother. I don't know.
He might stop by as well. It's pretty exciting. Oh shit! We got Mr. Blue Monkey in the chat. It should be over the air televised. What's going on, guys? What's up, Blue? Couldn't agree with you more, man. It should be televised everywhere. It should be on every app for everybody to enjoy at this point. Because you know what? The regular season's over. And if you want to bring in big ratings and things like that...
Do you know how much money they're making already?
Exactly.
All right. Hey, Blue.
How you doing, Blue?
I'm going to give you the stats for this year. It's over.
Well, hold on a second, Pops. We're gonna do that. I thought we were gonna do that later. I didn't.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought since he's been on.
I know. Well, he's.
Okay. Gotcha.
We were gonna lead. I thought we were gonna lead into.
I apologize. I'm mistaken.
We will get into the standings and of course Pop's picks in about 20 minutes or so. Glove says, I think Fox is the only channel not connected to a streaming platform.
I think he's right.
Of the four main networks, that is.
Yeah. ESPN is owned by ABC. You said Peacock and NBC, they're connected.
Yeah.
CBS, I'm not sure. NFL Network is their own private network because I have that. And, they'll show anything. Like last week, all 3 games were on the NFL Network. They showed every game.
I just really believe that at this time in the NFL, this is where we pull back from trying. I mean, that each one of these stadiums alone is charging an insane amount of money just to go to them.
And television networks are making a fortune.
Ratings,
commercials.
Right? Exactly. Didn't even think about the commercial. Great point, Pops.
Right.
Didn't even think about the commercials.
Billions of dollars involved now, from now till Super Bowl.
We're looking at so much money coming into this. Not to mention, everybody benefits from it. If you own, a chicken wing joint or pizza,
you kidding?
or whatever, ribs,
nationwide, yeah.
barbecues, people are ordering and catering to parties and stuff.
Yeah, ton of money.
The beer industry making a killing.
Everything, like I said, Buffalo Wild Wings, beer, like you said, no matter what brand, potato chips. What's the other one they like? That stuff you dip into with your chips.
Dip? Just any kind of dip?
It's a certain kind of, which I hate. Forgot the name of it.
Like salsa?
Yeah.
Yeah, but salsa, for instance, the brand will make salsa, but they'll also make French onion and other dips.
Sure.
So they're gonna hit off on
salsa. They say is the number one, especially with Super Bowl.
Yeah, you can see
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
They said the potato chips, pretzels, you name it, guacamole.
Paramount Plus and CBS, says Glove Clan.
Okay.
All right.
That's good. Yeah.
But everybody is making so much money at this point that is connected with the NFL, and yet here we are. We're still going to, okay, listen, if that's the case, I'm going to be very disappointed that, you know what, we're charging, you have to buy the Peacock app if you want to watch this. Especially, what game is that, Monday night? Saturday night. And that's who's playing?
I know Monday night is Philly and Tampa Bay. Buffalo is 1 o'clock Sunday.
Does anybody know who's playing Saturday night for the game? That's one thing we're drawing a little bit of a blank on right now.
Oh, God. Let's see. The afternoon game. Not sure. Could be Kansas City.
Could be Kansas City Saturday night?
Kansas City and Miami.
My point is that... okay, so wait. Glove says 2 games on Saturday. Yeah, what are those games, Glove?
One is televised.
Chat. What are the games? One's televised, and then the others on the night one is on the streaming. On Peacock.
The 4:30 game is definitely televised. That I know.
It's just such a slap in the face, though. Especially for the fans.
Oh God.
That the fans of these two teams, you're forcing them to buy. To subscribe to these applications, these apps.
We'll go to my nephew's house, and hopefully he has it. If he doesn't, we're not going to see the game.
No.
Second game. If that, the hell with him. We're leaving. No. I'm only kidding.
I know. But
did you find out yet?
No, not yet. Like that, Pops. Like I said, as chat talks to me, I will. That's why, when you see me doing this, it's because I'm trying to catch up with chat, and in case there's any information that we're talking about.
I should notice. I saw it 30 times already.
Cleveland at Houston, and Miami at Kansas City.
So I was right.
Thank you, Glove. Appreciate it, man.
That's the game then. they don't, that's the game I want to see. Mahomes and Tua.
Tua against each. Oh my God.
Yeah. And by the way, Tyreek coming back to his old team.
That's true.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting. If you don't have Peacock,
No, you can't watch the game. Sorry. Slap and fan.
it's just ridiculous. Is how it fucking pisses me off so much. Excuse my language, but I'm so aggravated with how the way things are run. And how it's just like, oh well, if you want to watch the game, well then just pay the money. Like as if everybody has as much money as these fucking companies.
No, that's what they're trying to do, and I won't do it. You know, as much as I love the Yankees, and I would like to watch the Mets, or you know, sometimes they do it in hockey.
Yeah.
To the Devils, you know, if you're a hockey fan, you want to watch every game, and now you can't watch it. And baseball, especially, it's always a Friday night when you really want to watch the game, and usually it's like Boston here. You know, or a rivalry, put it that way, Tampa, Toronto. And no, you can't watch it. Now later, you can watch it on a replay.
After the fact.
After the fact, on Yes or MSG or whatever. But you can't watch it when it's live. Because you're not paying the extra $40 a month for that app.
It's just,
and I won't do it.
No, I don't blame you. I'm not doing it either.
I'm
like,
not rich.
I get what I get over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we do that only for
So, my cable bill's high enough. You know, I'm paying
without a doubt.
$120 a month. And I don't even have main channels. But I gotta keep my sports channels.
Of course.
Okay? And if I don't, if I didn't want the sports channels, and it drops me down to like $60, I get nothing. I don't get the Rangers, I don't get the Knicks, I don't get anything. So, no, sorry.
It is something that, excuse me, I think is...
It's a shame.
It's where the...
Greed.
But, you know, we brought up greed before, right? With the New Orleans game, handing the ball up. Well, fuck it, give him $250,000.
That's one person. This is affecting...
Everybody, yeah, but no, you know, if you want to watch the game, you got to give these companies the money they want, and you'll get what you want.
No, I don't want it. Sorry.
No, I'm
Not
telling you,
doing it.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
We got, sorry, Bob, hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Glove says, and it should be noted, the CBS games air in tandem with Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon. Don't ask. We got Passion in the chat. What up, Passion? How you doing, bro?
It's the Pittsburgh?
No.
No?
No.
That's not who I'm thinking of, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're thinking of the right person, just the wrong place.
Oh, okay. I thought that's where you lived. Never mind.
Yeah, no, you don't live in Pittsburgh.
No.
What's up, Passion? How you doing, though, man? No. PA.
Gotcha. Same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, sure it is. It's in the same state.
Is it?
Sure. That's right, it's in Philadelphia. Where do you think the same two teams are in the same state? And both are in the playoffs.
Oh, my geography is
Terrible.
it's a little shit. It's a little bad. This would explain why I got lost so often as a kid, or as a teenager, just wandering around the block going,
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm thinking of wrong. Pittsburgh. Maybe it's Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Now I'm lost.
Passion is Pittsburgh.
It's Pittsburgh and Philly. Oh no.
No.
I thought Pittsburgh and Philly were from the same state.
Holy shit! I think I'm about to throw up. I'm so
I guess
confused.
I'm wrong. I was never.
My
good at
brain
geography.
just like exploded trying to figure this out.
Maybe Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's Pennsylvania state. Do I know? I don't know. Philadelphia, I know is. or
Philadelphia, no.
City.
I think no. Philadelphia is a city.
So maybe Pennsylvania is the state, and they're both in the same state.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and Philly.
I don't know why I thought Pittsburgh was all the way on the other side of the country.
Pittsburgh is about 3 hours away from here.
Are you serious?
Yeah. At best, if not closer. Do you know Mariano's sister, right? Kathy? Takes her less than 2 hours to get here when they come visit.
The fuck? Honestly, I don't know much PA myself.
You're of no help.
Glove says it's all Viacom-owned network. CBS, MTV, William, Comedy Central. They decided to market football to kids, so the CBS air on Nickelodeon now. I know, yeah, right, Glove? Because they do the fucking the slime. They slime them.
I've seen that. Yeah.
You know, well, it's like it's all computer generated slime.
Hey Google, what state is Pittsburgh in?
The state of Pittsburgh is Pennsylvania.
That was right.
Shit. All right, we just learned something new there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God.
Okay.
I'm dumb as a box of rocks.
Hey Google, what state is Philadelphia in?
The state of Philadelphia is Pennsylvania.
Ah!
Okay,
So
okay.
they were in the same state. I just
I
got
know.
it wrong.
No, I got it wrong.
No, I like I said, I thought Philly was the state, but it's
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
okay.
So they have the same state, and two teams are from the same state that are both in the playoffs. Philly and Pittsburgh.
What was that? I think the wind's picking up out there.
Yeah, well, whatever. Don't
Yes,
affect me.
Philly and Pittsburgh are in the same state, you silly buffoons.
Thank you. You're right. Geography was not my favorite subject. Believe me. I have trouble finding out where New York is, and I live here.
Yeah, no, I realize. No, I'm being serious. Like, I realize, like, you know, seeing where we live in New York compared to how big New York is, I was like, that's a lot of fucking state right there I have no knowledge about at all.
I know up further north, the states, like the New England states. I know that, you know. And that's obviously further north from us.
See, again, I thought New England was below us on the map.
No. Up north. Don't
So
forget.
what is below us on the map?
Now you're going south. Florida.
Not that far. Like, what is the next state underneath us?
Pretty much Florida. Yeah. It's too
What
low.
happened to, like, the Carolinas?
They're over this way more. Florida's here. And the other ones are right here. Tennessee.
No, but it's like you're going down the side of the country.
Yeah, but Carolina is not here. Florida is the first one. That I do know. And when
Florida is right underneath New York.
pretty much, yeah. About 2 hours away. 1,500 miles. Then you got Tennessee.
No.
Alabama. Georgia.
I'm pulling up a map.
Doesn't believe me.
I don't.
Okay.
Map of the U.S.
See on that right there? The map?
I'm pulling it up.
Where Florida is?
Give me a second. Won't let me zoom in. Let me zoom in, damn it. Florida is not below us.
No? Where is it?
It's all the way at the bottom of the country.
That's what I meant. That's what I said.
Yeah, I said the next state underneath New York, and you said Florida.
That's what I thought.
It's Pennsylvania
Oh, that I knew.
and New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then underneath that is West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Oh, they're all before Florida? Okay. I suck.
Georgia.
I thought they were more to the other side. Like I said, my geography sucks.
No, you know what's funny though? Now I know where I get it from.
Yeah, well, I was never good in geography.
Say, hey, Pops, I'm right there with you.
Couldn't care less.
I knew Florida wasn't right below us because it's like okay, so New York is cold as shit right now, and Florida's chilling at 70 degrees, and they're only right below us.
Right, well,
That's the only reason I was sitting there like, nah.
Even the Carolinas are not that cold, but they get a lot colder weather than West Virginia, Jersey, obviously Pennsylvania get
Right.
much the same weather we do. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever. I know the weather sucked here Saturday.
It did.
And it sucks today. It's been raining all day. Tomorrow's supposed to be decent. And then Friday back to 100% rain, which is good. Melt all the snow.
Got Passion asking, can you watch all football games on the NFL website?
Well, I watch it on the main channels I have, which is ABC, NBC, CBS.
No, we get that. But like he's asking a question we don't have an answer to.
I don't know.
I didn't even know that. Can you actually watch games on the NFL website? I'm pretty sure that's a subscription thing, Pash.
Probably.
Glove says, you two just adorable. If you've got the state capital, I wouldn't hold that against anyone. Who knew the palm trees were so close to you guys? You know, the famous New York to Florida bridge.
She yelled at
Who said the bridge? Who said about the bridge?
Glove.
Oh, that was funny.
I didn't realize Swift was chiming in over here.
Okay, well, you guys were debating whether Florida was under us.
I was right.
He was right, I was wrong.
Well, yeah.
Like I said, I sucked in geography. I forgot about Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Jersey, Carolina. I thought the Carolinas were more this way. Florida was here.
Well, I mean, you still kind of have to drive down the East Coast to get it. So
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
looking at it on a map, there is like this, you know, if technically.
I could never figure out a map anyway, so. Moron that I am.
I'm gonna start crying.
The New York Florida bridge.
You got a dunce hat?
Yeah, here.
No. No, thanks.
Oh my God, glad that was good. Yeah, cross that bridge every day to work.
Don't ask me more questions about landmarks. Just ask me who's going to win this weekend.
I don't even want to know where Pops thinks the West Coast is.
California?
That's a start.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
The Pops.
I never knew where the Pacific Northwest was till I watched Rambo in 1982.
Oh my God. And now, okay, Glove. Because did you know Texas is north of you guys? Glove.
Is it really?
Don't, Dad, don't. No, don't.
I thought Texas was in the middle.
It's in the south.
That's what I figured too. Because it's hot as hell there. Usually.
South, yeah.
Arizona.
It's right above Mexico.
Texas, Mexico, right.
I was like, do not fall into that.
No.
There's not, Texas is not above us.
Can we get out of the geography and let's talk about the games?
It's close to southwest, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Let's
Well-
take a break and then we'll bring the board in.
Well, first, we'll announce, we're going to bring the board in, but now, Pops,
Announce the winners.
announce the winners of the Pops and Whiz Sport, well, no, not the Pops and Whiz Sportscast. Announce the winners of Pops Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much, everybody, for participating this season. We will continue to do Pops Picks, but for the giveaways that we're doing for the regular season, Papa K, from third to first.
Oh, from third to first. Okay.
Yes.
Third is Sweaty.
Sweaty in third place.
66 and 41.
Congratulations.
Second is Mr. Blue.
Blue Monkey. Oh, my God.
67 and 40. And the winner is Mr. Perm.
Permadirt.
75 and 33.
Good God.
Yeah, he was hot. Matter of fact, this week he was 5 and 1. Best
Jesus.
of any of us.
Da 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 da.
So, well, the other 60 Glove was at 62 wins. Thunder at 63. I said Glove at 63.
You got to organize this better next year.
Why? I got it right. I go.
I know,
right
but if you do-
alphabetical.
You go, oh, yeah, but go like wins.
I do. Look. Perfectly wins. Losses.
No, what I mean is like have first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So this way you
I
can
don't
just
know
go.
who's gonna do every week what they're gonna do.
You do.
I go by their name.
Well, you do when we're done, then you could do the
I
math.
do.
Yeah,
I said his name.
all the time.
By the way, I won 66 games. You won 45.
I love how, like, I said I don't care anymore, and he constantly keeps throwing it at me like that.
Warlock 155.
Come
Green,
on, man.
147.
We get it. I did bad this season.
Well,
Why you gotta kick a man while he's down?
That's my job.
But I'm your son.
That's all right from the future. Well, man, Dave with 37, but he didn't pick every week, so. Anyway, those are your winners.
Again, congratulations.
I will get the Visa wild card. That's it.
The Visa wild card.
Visa card, next week, and yours truly will send it out once he finds out your address.
Yep, we will take care of everything. Once we have all the prizes, we will be. I will be reaching out to you guys, and you just let me know as to what address you want me to send it to, and I will take care of that.
Yeah.
And again, a big thank you to everybody that participated this season, everybody that got involved.
75 wins.
You know, it was big
Are you a
congratulations.
gambler, Perm?
Big congratulations to Permadirt, Mr. Blue Monkey, and
Yeah.
Sweaty.
He's been good because he won last year,
Yeah.
and he won 67 games, so he knows his stuff.
So, you know, and like I said, this has been an incredible season for Pop 6. Papa K, big thank you to you for, you know, putting these games on the board every week for us.
Yeah.
And picking some tough ones, really making us use our brains here and, you know, go with our gut decisions sometimes.
This week I was 0-2 on Saturday, and then I won all 4 games Sunday.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
a very, very successful Pops Picks. And again, we will continue Pops Picks throughout the playoffs and into the Super Bowl. But that'll do it for the giveaways for this season. Passing. Oh! Ma! Go! With the drum roll. There you go. Did I clutch top 5? I believe you did, Glove. I think you actually, I think, because you don't count Pops in there. So I think you had the 5th place. Good job, guys. Good job, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, we hope that you all participate. You know, you're not obligated to. But we will be bringing out Pops Picks for the playoffs. And as well for the Super Bowl. And this is where you're going to see a lot of interesting things happen to the board. Because as teams get eliminated, it frees up places on the board for us to add even more fun things like over-unders, spreads, and especially when we get to the Super Bowl, that's when shit gets pretty crazy, and you see a lot of interesting things end up on the board. We'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere, chat. We're just taking a quick break. Use this time to stretch your legs, grab a beverage, maybe an ice-cold recess. This one is watermelon mojito. Quite delicious. 0 proof. Couple snacks. We'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere, meow. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Pops and Wiz SportsCast, and we're your hosts. My name's Mr. Whiskers, and to my right, the one and only Papa K.
Yeah.
We have over here in the chat, let's see, Grim over here trying to jump and catch the stars. Very tough to do. But he had caught the star. Glove saying even Gatorade color. That's right, the recess drink. Blue says, really outstanding season. Pops, thank you for picking some rough-ass games.
Yeah.
Crazy games this year. Thanks, you two, for having this show. We always look forward to it. Blue,
Thank you.
thank you for
This
watching.
week I didn't pick them. It's just how they wind up. So,
So,
can't
but, yeah.
blame me if they're hard or easy, which I don't think any of them are easy.
But again, like Blue, everybody that watches, everybody that supports it, thank you so much for hanging out and supporting the channel. We love doing this every week, and we love knowing that that in some way, shape, or form that we are a little bit entertaining. So cheers. to you guys in chat, all our viewers.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Papa K.
Yeah. Cheers.
And it's just like, football season is always such an exciting time around here.
Oh my God.
And we have so much fun doing this. So, again, thank you, everybody that participated in Pop's Picks this season for the giveaways during the regular season. And, in a second or two, we're going to bring out the board. You guys know the games. We're going to show them to you. This is going to be an interesting next few weeks.
And the way we got it set up, the bottom team is the home team.
Mm-hmm.
On every game.
Let's see. Grim over here with the leaderboards. Grim staying in first place right now with the stars. Wildman Dave in the chat saying, hey, I'm here. I'm just about to clock out. All right. Well, welcome on in, Wildman. Welcome on in, everybody. All our viewers. Wildman, make sure you get home safe. All right. I don't know what the weather is down in where you're at right now, but I know we got quite a bit of rain.
Quite a bit of rain, quite a bit of snow this weekend.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a rough winter, like they said.
Well,
we got Saturday. It was pretty tough.
kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But you know what doesn't suck? This green marker and Pops playoff picks. Oh
Exciting.
my God!
Exciting. Like I told Mr. Wiz, I love the wild card playoffs more than anything.
Watch your. Yeah, you want to turn in the seat? No, you don't got to move back. There you go. No, you're good. Right there. Yeah, that's good.
Hi, everybody. See me?
Oh no, I make sure that I set the board up so this way we don't block that handsome mug of yours.
Take it easy.
So, for those out there that are wondering what the playoff situation is, this weekend coming up, the wild card weekend. Green Bay Packers versus the Dallas Cowboys. Steelers versus the Bills. Dolphins versus the Chiefs. The Browns versus the Texans. Rams versus the Lions. And the Eagles versus the Buccaneers. You know what's exciting about this right now? Is when I'm looking at this board, I'd say there are two teams right now that over the past decade or so have had a rather difficult time getting into the playoffs. And to see them on the board right now, the Cleveland Browns,
Houston.
one of them. Houston's another. Okay, Houston. But I was also thinking the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. And not the Rams. The Rams won a couple of years ago.
I know, a friend of mine, Vital Assault 313. I know he's a big Detroit fan. I know he's a huge hockey fan, but I'm sure right now he's even just as excited to see the Detroit Lions.
You know what the announcer said? What he would love to see in the Super Bowl? Detroit against Cleveland. Neither team's never been there.
Oh my God, that would be an insane Super Bowl. How exciting would that be?
Neither team has never been there. I think it was, what's his name, the guy on The Fan? Evan Roberts.
Evan Roberts.
Yeah, he says, I would love to see that.
Same. I'm right there with him.
Yeah.
I'm right there with him.
Highly unlikely, but not impossible.
Not impossible.
Yeah, they would have to go really play great, both teams, to beat, look at the teams involved. Kansas City, Miami, Buffalo.
I honestly do
Cowboys.
think, though, I really do think, I am not making this as my picks,
Yeah.
but, the things that wouldn't surprise me,
Yeah.
my gut's telling me right now that I do think that Cleveland could beat Houston. And I do think that Detroit could beat the Rams.
If they have that kid in there, the tight end, that's going to be major. He was a leading receiver for them. And if he's hurt, that's going to take away a lot for, what's his name?
Changes the game plan.
Goff.
It changes the game plan.
And ironically, Goff is facing Stafford. Two guys that switch teams.
Yeah.
And Tyreek Hill is facing the team he was on. Kansas City. Now he's on Miami. So
Well, one of the things that before we start going through our picks, one of the things that we'd like to announce as well is that yes, Pop's Playoffs picks will be in the Discord as well. It'll still be under Pop's picks. If it's something that you'd like to participate in, whether you want to do it for fun or competitively, feel free to check out the About section of this Twitch channel, the Mr. Whiskers Twitch channel, and you will find a clickable panel to the Mr. Whiskers Discord, where you'll see Pop's picks in the text chat, and you'll be able to make your picks there. The only thing that we require is that if you are going to get involved, whether it's for fun, competitively, just for shits and giggles, is that you get your picks in before the game starts. Because if you
Friday, right? Or,
at least Friday.
Or Saturday real early, because the first game on Saturday is at 4:30.
4:30. So
you
you
got
got
till
Saturday morning,
Saturday early afternoon.
Again, as long as you get them in before the games start, I will be able to see the times that you have posted
Yeah.
to verify whether your picks are valid or not.
Right.
Anyways, without further ado, Pops Playoff Picks, Papa K.
I gotta go with Dallas. I hate to do that, but I don't think. I think Dak is too hot. They're 8-0 at home. I can't see them losing to Green Bay.
All right, so Pops is picking the Dallas Cowboys over the Green Bay Packers. Here's where I have to go opposite of you, Pops. Right now, I think Jordan Love, he is, as you said right now, he's hot.
Yeah.
He's on fire lately, and this was his first full season as a starting quarterback.
Yeah, first quarterback to get into the playoffs.
So this is very interesting to me. I think that momentum carries. Honestly, something that Dallas has struggled with in the past is, typically they have a very respectable regular season record. But the problem with the Dallas Cowboys when they get into the playoffs is they can never, as of the last 20 so years,
that's going to change.
They have not been able to get to that big game, which is the Super Bowl.
My opinion, Dak is the hottest quarterback. C.D. Lamb is the hottest receiver. And Pollard is one of the hottest running backs. I don't see how Green Bay stops these guys.
Well, I see this, Pops.
I'm glad you disagree.
No. I like it though. I mean, both arguments, both things that we stated just now make sense. Both statements. This one is a very difficult pick, I think, for the most part.
Personally, I hope Green Bay wins because I'm not a Dallas fan.
I know, but right now you're going with your head.
I'm going with the players that I think. I'm going with Buffalo Bills too, because I think they're the hottest team too. They ran the table and won the division, which I never thought would happen when they were 6-6. And plus, I'll mention it again, T.J. Watt is not playing for the Steelers. And when he is not in the game, they're 1-6.
1-6. You heard it from Papa K himself right now. And that right there, even with T.J. Watt in the game, it's still one of those things that are difficult for me to make a decision because... so T.J. Watt, he has been the face of the Pittsburgh defense.
Oh, phenomenal.
Again, like you said, without him in the game, their record's 1-6.
He reminds me
He
of
is
the
a
other
big
guys.
factor in this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. But again, here's the thing here: without him in there, it sways things, the scales a bit. Because when you're looking at the Bills right now and everything they've accomplished from when they were 6-6 to now, under the
Josh Allen.
under Josh Allen as quarterback. Again, you can't discredit what Cook has done in the running game. He's established his running game right now, and it seems like Bill's offensive line has really, the chemistry there has been opening holes for Cook to get through. And even if they don't do a handoff, you can see that the holes they're opening for even Josh Allen to use his legs to get down the field for first down conversions here.
Yeah, because if nobody's open, he'll get you 15 yards.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Now, I don't think they have Gabe Davis. I think he's hurt. But the other guy, he's been phenomenal. I can't think of his name now. The tight end. He was...
Knox?
Is it Knox?
I think it's Knox. Dawson Knox?
Yeah, maybe him, yeah. Wow. In that game against Miami, if that was him, it doesn't sound like Dawson Knox, though. 'Cause
I mean, if anybody knows, if I'm wrong, just let us know, but I'm pretty sure that's the tight end.
Yeah.
Definitely the main tight end for the Buffalo Bills. I could be wrong.
I think he's got two receivers now. If he's the guy, and obviously Stephon Diggs, who they've been double covering, and I'm sure Pittsburgh is going to double cover him. So that means somebody's got to be open.
Yeah.
So
And, again, seeing what the Bills have done this season, especially when it really mattered.
Defensively, they've been great. All of a sudden, they were terrible.
This is a
mistakes.
team. Yeah, this is a team that nobody wanted to face in the playoffs if they made the playoffs. Well, here they are. The Buffalo Bills are in the playoffs, and now the Steelers have their hands full. Yeah. Let's see how that game goes out. I'm with you on that, Pops. I'm going Buffalo Bills. Next up, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
I hate to do this, but I think because of the injuries to the Dolphins, I got to go with KC. They got too many guys hurt, and it showed, against the Bills.
Do you know any of the names off the bat?
Waddle.
Waddle
Yeah.
is injured.
Is one.
For the Dolphins.
Yeah, and there was a couple of guys on defense that are hurt. So, I could see Mahomes having a decent... Plus, Mahomes has been there forever, every damn year. Miami has not. So, I think Tua is going to be, And he wasn't great either. He throws a lot of picks.
And it's true. This isn't we have seen something with the Miami Dolphins this season, with Tua being there all season. Healthy.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Pops. He has made some mistakes. I mean, again, I just looked at, the stats used through my fantasy team because I had him, as my starting quarterback. And there were weekends that he absolutely crushed it for me. And then there are weekends that are whether average or even below average. It's kind of questionable. What kind of Tua are we going to see
what kind of
in the playoffs?
Hill are you going to see?
I was just going to get into that. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What kind of... He gets open. If they don't double cover him, and the Kansas City defense, it's okay, they claim, but I don't know.
I mean, I know they're not ranked up there pretty high. They're not ranked up there high.
Pacheco's playing. If he's playing, he's been a question mark. Running back for KC. He could hurt the Dolphins.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And Kelsey, obviously.
And, again, Waddle was a big factor for Miami's offense this season.
Oh, yeah.
I know he was a go-to for Tua.
Big time.
This one is another tough one because these are two teams right now that really had to grit their teeth and grind and get to this point where they got to the playoffs. To see Kansas City not having a bye week this year.
First time that they're lucky they're home.
Yeah.
Because if Miami would have won, they would have been on the road.
Exactly. So I'm going to go with that. Again, Kansas City being the home team. Miami coming into Kansas City. Colder weather. Things that they're not used to. Yeah, they're literally, like you said, limping into the...
This could be a low-scoring game, even though two offenses are, smoking. But the way they said the weather is supposed to be in the single digits or possibly double digits, 15 degrees. That's going to matter.
This would be a miraculous turnaround right here if Miami wins this game.
I could see it. I just think Kansas City has more experience. And even though they weren't great all year, I'm going with the experience with Patrick Mahomes. If they lose, I wouldn't be surprised.
But even if we have another incident, with Miami Dolphins here, where Tua doesn't have his proper cleats, you're going into cold weather, cold turf.
The right cleats,
have the right, again, it's going to be, maybe a little bit more slippery for him.
Depends on the weather. They
Depends
said cold,
on the weather.
But if it starts snowing, there's another thing. Same with Buffalo.
I think
it's
even if
snowing.
that, yeah.
Pittsburgh might have the advantage because they just beat the Ravens in horrible weather.
Well, they beat the Ravens in horrible weather, but they also beat the Ravens because of a lot of players being benched.
Yeah.
I think had a huge factor to do in that.
Oh, Lamar Jackson.
You're going to see right now. Well, you're going to see right now with Pittsburgh Steelers you know what? If they beat the Bills, then you know what? They're for real.
Kudos.
But at the same time, I don't see it happening.
No.
Moving on. Cleveland Browns versus the Houston Texans.
This is a tough one. A guy that just came off the couch to get Cleveland into the playoffs, and Flacco. A guy that won the Super Bowl when, who's the kid's name? C.J. Stroud? Was 11 years old. Now they're playing each other in a playoff game.
I mean, how exciting is that?
I am so tempted, but I'm going to go with the Myles Garrett is going to be one of the guys that's going to win this game for Cleveland. Too much defense. He's going to chase that kid all around the field.
C.J. Stroud?
Yeah, I think Myles Garrett, he's number 1 or number 2, best defensive player in the league. Besides T.J. Watt, and who's not playing. Micah Parsons, T.J. Watt, and Myles Garrett are the best defensive players in the NFL, according to stats.
Now, again, when I'm looking at this, like Pops, you said Joe Flacco, quarterback for the Cleveland Browns right now.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have C.J. Stroud, quarterback for the Houston Texans. This kid has come out with such poise.
Arm and a half, by the way.
Arm and a half with such poise. Does not seem to falter under pressure.
We'll see.
I'm just let me just make let me get my words out here, Pops. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm answering to what you were just saying under pressure.
I know, but I wasn't asking a question. I was making statements.
Now there's a pressure.
So now, yes, you're right. Though, let me just finish what I'm saying real quick, and then if you want to chime in a little bit. But no, without a doubt, yes, he is under pressure here. I'm just thinking right now, C.J. Stroud. He's calm. He's composed. He has shown that he deserves to be in this league. The success is written all over the place right now. When he's in the game, it is a whole different story. He's here. He's making a name for himself. And right now, against the Cleveland Browns, we'll see how the defense holds up, but I don't think they're going to have an easy time containing not just Stroud with the legs that he has, but also, like you said, that cannon of an arm, that pinpoint accuracy. He knows how to thread the needle. He knows how to get that ball over the shoulder on the sidelines. He knows how to catch you in stride, in the middle, in a sense, in a way, even protecting his players, when it comes to the middle of the field, which is one of the most dangerous parts of the field. But this kid, he is on point. And I really think that Houston is going to beat Cleveland in this one.
I'm glad you went with it. And I agree. The only thing I disagree was, can he play when he's being chased all over the field, which he wasn't against the Colts. He had time and a half most of the time. So, if he's being
that's
around,
one game, though.
So now you're playing a different team. Like I said, we're one of the superstars on the defense. If he gets pressure, he might be making mistakes, throwing interceptions, fumbling. You never know.
But this is where I see that
I
game.
hope you're right. I like the kid.
This is where I see that game being one of those scenarios where Houston sets up a offensive mindset to anticipate those quick rushes.
Game plan.
Yeah. The game plans and everything where you might see a couple of screen passes here and there for some successful yardage. Maybe they bring in extra tight ends to block, to throw off Cleveland Browns defense.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see some of these big tight ends on Houston. They utilize that in their offensive scheme. We'll see. Moving on, we have the Rams against the Lions.
Ooh, this is really tough.
Wildman says, I'm home finally. Hey, all right, bro.
Good show.
Good shit. Hope you had a great day at work, man.
This is a tough one. This is really a tough because it's two quarterbacks that were on each team are facing each other now in a playoff game. Doesn't matter about the weather because the Rams play in warm weather. This is a dome. If Laporte doesn't play, that's the key to me. And I can't wait till Friday until they decide if he's playing or not. So I have to make my decision now. And I'm going to go with the Rams. I think Stafford has too many weapons. And Detroit defense is not the greatest. They started off great this year when they beat Kansas City in Game 1, but they've been up and down. Should have beat Dallas because of that bullshit call. About 2 many men on the field.
So when it comes to this game, Rams and Detroit,
Yeah, if Laporta's not playing, Rams got a shot.
I'm going to go with right now. What I'm thinking is what Detroit might do in this situation is Laporta. He's going to be there. He's going to be dressed.
Yeah, and might start.
And might start. I think that, again, how they use him, different story. But it's going to be one of those, I feel like it's going to be a situation almost relevant to, back when the, give me a second, Denver Broncos were in the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. He's out there. He's got a neck injury. They throw that one long ball deep to throw off the defense. It wouldn't surprise me if Detroit does something, in a sense, just to throw off the Rams' way of going about things, just to have him suited up, even out there for a few plays, just to change their mindset to make something else work. I'm going Detroit on this one.
Yeah, I was picking Detroit, but if this guy's not playing, and even if he's playing, he could get hurt in the first play. Because I saw that injury on the replay. That knee is hurt.
Knee is hurt, but even like I said, if they just throw him out there just for a couple of plays in the beginning, just to change the defensive mind.
He's the number one receiver. You just lost a guy that caught over 90 passes.
You don't know if you lost him yet.
Well, you don't know, but you don't.
You can't say that. You can't say that because we don't know. We don't know the facts.
I know one thing. He's not 100%. I don't care if he's playing or not. He is not 100%. At best, 70.
How about Philadelphia and Tampa Bay?
I gotta go with Philly. I can't believe they're playing this bad. And Tampa Bay, to me, what's his name? Baker. They said he's got a major shoulder problem. He will start, but he got hurt in the last game too when they won 9-0 against Carolina. So, by the way, Carolina fired their coach too. I don't even know his name.
You mentioned that.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
I thought you mentioned Carolina.
No. I said Tennessee. I said Washington.
Okay.
I said Atlanta.
I'm gonna go Philly as well with you, Pops.
I can't see them playing this bad.
Because I don't think. I'm just gonna move this for a second.
5 out of 6 they lost. They were 10-1. They wound up 11-6, and lost the division to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. This is gonna be a tough one.
This is. I mean, now we're in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, and here's something that is very, very much noticeable to all of us. This isn't the regular season anymore. These are the teams that got there.
Do or die.
It's do or die.
We
You're
don't
going
go
to see a whole different level of gameplay.
Yeah.
Like you just said, it's you either win and move on,
or go home.
home.
And again, in these games, you don't know. A key player could get injured. Whether it's a quarterback, whether it's a receiver. Let's say the Cowboys lose C.D. Lamb on an injury. That changes the whole complexion of the game. Right away.
No.
Yeah. If Kelsey gets hurt, Kansas City is screwed.
If Mahomes gets hurt.
If Mahomes gets hurt, another thing, yeah. If any of the quarterbacks get hurt.
One of the things that are a big factor as well, Pops, is, again, what kind of officiating crew are we going to have?
Supposedly the top in the league,
But we've seen what the top in the league are capable of in the past.
Sucked.
This is, and can be, a big game changer for some of these games here. Missed calls.
I can tell you
blown
right away
calls.
when I see the officiating.
Calls that didn't even happen.
When we see the officiating in the first game.
Wildman says, hey, did you see the video I sent you? Did you just send it, Wildman? Because if so, I did not catch it yet.
He's not showing food, is he?
I don't know.
Knowing him.
I want to try to verify which video he's talking about. He did. I did catch the picture, Wildman. No, it was yesterday, I think. I can't quite recall. I need specifics here, man. Because between some of the funny TikTok videos you've sent me, I need a little bit more detail, brother. But real quick, I will say this. We will bring the board back out if anybody wants to make their picks in chat. Again, you are not... there's no obligation to make your picks in chat, as like I said earlier, that it is going to be available in Discord. Actually, while we're on the topic, I will post it in Discord right now. Pops, you can talk about whatever you'd like to talk about for a
I'll
second.
just watch you. I'm just interested in, like you just said, officiating. When I see the referees, and I kind of know who they're going to be. They're going to put the most experienced guys in that have been around for 15, 20 years, 10 years.
This is, okay.
Will they let them play, or will they call every petty little, offense?
Hold on to that thought real quick, Pops. How do you want to label this? Pops playoff picks week 1? Or just like wild card?
Wild card picks week 1. That's what it's called.
Pops.
Wild card playoffs.
Wild card picks week. I'm just going to put wild card picks.
Yeah. That's January 13th and 14th. And the next week is
All
going to be
right, there you go, everybody. It
And
is
the
in the
15th.
Discord now.
Don't forget this Monday night game, Philly and Tampa Bay.
I know, but do we? Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. So, you just stated that. So
We
everybody
shall
knows.
see. It's going to be, like I said, I'm picking Cleveland because of Flacco, more experience, and I understand when you're picking the younger guy. Because Flacco does throw a lot of picks.
Okay, Wildman says I sent it yesterday, believes. TikTok about the prediction. I think I saw, I seen, hold on a second. I know I was working. I glossed over it real quick. Because you sent me a couple of different things when it came to predictions.
Wow.
Yeah.
We agreed on 3 games and disagreed on 3 games.
Oh, is this it right here?
NFL playoffs and current seeding is exactly according to the script.
Is
The
this
script
the one?
writers knew exactly what they were doing. This was pre-planned.
He's on NFL
Here's
Network.
proof.
I know.
Scrolling through Twitter and Instagram, and granted this came from a meme account.
Now, I'm just going to pause that real quick because I don't think we are allowed, or I don't know if we're allowed to show or anything like that. We got Thunder in the chat saying, "Yo, what's up? How's it going, Thunder? What's happening, bro? How you doing, man?"
Like thunder, lightning. The way love is frightening.
Thunder, we got the Pops wild card picks up. Would you like to see them? Would you like to take a gander? We also posted them in Discord as well, so you know. If you'd like to take a peek at that
Yep.
and make your picks there. Thunder says, let's see them.
Yeah.
All right, this is how we're going right now. I'm going with Green Bay over Dallas. Pops is going with Dallas over Green Bay. We're both going Bills over Pittsburgh. We're both going Kansas City over Miami. Pops is taking Cleveland over Houston. I'm the opposite. Pops is going Rams over Detroit. I'm the opposite. And we're both going Philly over Tampa Bay. We got Permadirt in the chat. Big
The winner.
The shout-outs.
The winner of the
Congratulations, Permadirt.
75 wins.
75 wins. And the winner is... It's good to see you, Permanent. How you doing? How's everybody doing? How's everything going? Oh, my God, says Permanent. Permanent, we will be reaching out to you. And, of course, Pops. Second place is Blue. Third place is Sweaty.
Yep.
So we will be reaching out to everybody with private DMs once we acquire the prizes. So this way you can tell us where you'd like to send them, where would you like us to send them. But again, big congratulations. Doing great, boys. That's what I like to hear. Permanent. Thunder making his picks in the chat.
Oh, wow.
Thunder, I like your style. Thunder don't fuck around. He's just like, yo,
Let's go.
you put the picks up, I'm putting my picks down. Let's go. Thunder is going. Packers.
Whoa. They like Jordan Love, huh? Like
So
I
do I.
I wouldn't mind if they won.
It's going Dolphins.
Whoa. Tua.
Rams.
Whoa.
Bills.
Okay. I don't know how many guys, unless it's Rafe.
Browns.
Interesting.
And the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't see. Well, I won't say it too loud, but I don't see how many teams are going to pick Tampa Bay.
You can read my dog shit handwriting, right?
Of course.
Just making sure. My handwriting is kind of
Yeah,
shit.
no.
It's so different writing like this.
So nobody's picked Pitt or Tampa yet.
Well, you only got 3 people
I'm
picking
just
right
saying.
now.
I'm just saying. Can
You see how this board changes.
Last week, me and Green were the only people that picked Tennessee. 8 other people picked the opposite. And me and Green won. That was a close one, though.
It's true.
Jacksonville, yeah. I mean, if he does lean a little further, he breaks the plane.
Right? But, you know,
Not saying it'll be tied.
it is what it is.
They had to convert the 2-point conversion. It would have been 28-26. So
still
they
got
had
to get that, yeah.
You got to get those 2. You know, you never know how. You know, that's up in the air all the time.
True.
As proven with the Giants.
Oh, shit. We got to bring the board out again.
What we got?
So you got Permanent says, awesome, dude. Thunder's laughing right now, saying, let's get to it. I just want to see the Cowboys lose.
Yeah.
Thunder.
I picked the Cowboys, but I wouldn't mind if they lost.
Thunder, I like your style, Thunder.
But I think Dak and CeeDee Lamb and Pollard are just too hot right now.
See that, Thunder? See
don't-
this little helmet right here?
I don't see how they beat them. But you never know. Mistakes. Does Dak, choke?
I think he's going to.
I don't know.
It's the curse of the Cowboys. We got Permanent. It's going Dallas. Permanent is also going with Miami and Detroit.
Interesting.
Bills and Cleveland.
Another guy. Got Cleveland on his mind. I bet you Philly.
Cleveland and Philly.
I told you. I don't think anybody's going to pick Tampa Bay. That would be the biggest upset, I think, out of all the 6 games.
Philly, perm. Okay. Got Permanent. Blue is going Cowboys and Bills.
Smart man.
Chiefs and Lions. Smart man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I wanted to pick the Lions except for that injury.
Browns and Eagles.
But I tell you, nobody's going to pick Tampa Bay. The Browns and the Green Bay Packers, the Houston and Green Bay would be the upsets to me of 2 young quarterbacks. You know?
Cowboys losing is the best American pastime, says Permadirt.
You know, if these 2 guys win, Houston and Green Bay, 2 of the youngest quarterbacks to beat Especially Dallas, top team. But like I said, Dallas 8-0 on the odds now. They're due for a loss. You know,
8-0? What?
they're 8-0 this year at home. Cowboys.
I think, again, like when I look at the history, not that the history defines the Dallas Cowboys, but it does speak masses in that regard. Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. Who do you think is the better quarterback?
Dak.
I disagree. I think Tony Romo was the better quarterback. There are things about Dak Prescott that I really just don't think that, especially in this scenario, right now. Okay, they took the division, right? They're coming in hot.
By the last week.
But again, something that always seems to happen to the Cowboys is in the playoffs, they don't do very well. Dak in the regular season was still, to me, regardless of what the record says, when you see these games and just the game, some of the games that they won could have easily lost.
Name me which one.
Oh no, hold on. Tony Romo was somebody that got the Cowboys past round one. Right? Got them. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did, because I remember we had to face them later on in the playoffs. Now, here's the big thing. Dak Prescott, did he not, or did he get a lot of money at one point in time without even having any kind of real...
A ton.
This is where the money is going to sit right now. If Dak cannot get the job done, it's going to say a lot about contracts that have been...
He could be free agent.
Yeah.
And somebody will pick him.
And I honestly think that that's what's going to end up happening, because there are a couple of teams right now where, you know, the quarterbacks and how things fluctuate after this season are going to be interesting to me. But not getting too far off the subject, Dak Prescott, I do not see him right now doing too much. The Cowboys right now with Pollard, again, Pollard is you might get some good runs out of him. He's a 50-50 shot. I had him on my fantasy team. Let me tell you something. There have been games where he has been very fruitful for me, and there has been games where I'm like, man, I was better off putting in the hot dog vendor.
I don't know.
And we apologize to all hot dog vendors out there, because we always use you as the next possible player to enter the game. But it is just it's a joke in a sense.
Well, he showed me a lot, but against him was the Commanders. It was terrible.
Again, when I look at Dallas against Green Bay, this is why I sit here and say, you know what? If it was the Cowboys against, I would say, Pittsburgh. If it was the Cowboys against Tampa Bay. If it was the Cowboys against the Rams, yes, I'd be going Cowboys all day tonight. But that's not what it is.
No.
So that's why I honestly think that you have your hands full if you're Dak Prescott. With Jordan Love, you're going against Jordan Love.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a rookie anymore. This kid is coming in on fire, and he's younger than you. He's got a lot more energy than you. And let me tell you something. I think he's got a lot more fire than you.
We shall see. But it's not all about them. It's about the rest of the team. If Aaron Jones has a big game, the running back, now you could see, you know, remember what Cook did to the Cowboys, the Buffalo guy, 243 yards between rushing and passing. If this guy does this, then Dallas is in trouble.
But if he does that. And we've also seen Dallas on one of their main days, Thanksgiving, completely fall apart.
That was a couple of years ago.
That was this year.
No.
No.
They destroyed Washington. Scored 49.
Which game am I thinking of?
A couple of years ago, they lost to...
No, this season.
No.
I got the wrong game then.
Oh, they got destroyed by Frisco.
It was raining hard in Frisco.
You know, I had that song in my mind.
Dallas
the
got
whole week.
crushed
Thanks for showing me that
night.
video. All week in my head, I'm singing that song.
But now they
That's
won the division, are facing the pack.
They got destroyed by Frisco.
Ain't gonna win the fight.
They lost to Arizona, close game. They beat
You
the
see,
Giants.
love is gonna slap their
Trying
defense.
to think about the games. And you're singing over your taxi.
Throwing round deep, deep balls. While Dak is sitting on the sidelines.
I gotta give him credit. He might be the most valuable player in the league.
Watching his defense fall.
37 touchdowns, I think. Thrown.
You see, he's not gonna see the field much.
CD Lamb. Every
Packers
game.
gonna dominate.
Packers have a decent defense. Not great. You know, with the teams they've played in their own division, those are not great teams.
Cowboys gonna lose this game, Dad.
I hope so. I don't think so.
It is their fate.
No.
Dang, I've
I
got
think there's
something inside me.
Too much home advantage. A rookie against pretty much an experienced pro.
I feel my pick is right,
Watch, we were all wrong.
but I got a strong feeling, Papa. Dallas lose, that's night.
Wouldn't bother me in the least. I'm not a Cowboy fan.
I'm having fun with the song. I'm ad-libbing all this shit.
I hope they.
I've
win.
been making this up. Not even 1 second.
I
I'm
hope they
poking
win.
the board.
I'm just poking the
Just look. No, just look. Point at it. You keep. Listen, chat. He keeps like little subtle erasings here because he touches the board. Stop touching the board.
Stop touching.
Just like that. You see that? I know where you're pointing. Just do that.
Can you imagine a repeat of them and them? Miami and Buffalo in the next series if both win.
Let's fucking go.
Wow,
That would be a fun one to pick.
man. Miami and Buffalo would have the home advantage. Go figure. Kansas City, what they wind up? 11-6. And they weren't great this year. They were one of the worst offensive team scoring and had 11 wins.
Thunder says, I would be okay with Houston winning, but let's go Browns. Joe Flacco to the Super Bowl. Browns to the
Never
Super
know.
Bowl. It's just permanent dirt. I need a Cinderella story.
Houston has to put a lot of pressure on him because he throws a lot of picks. Even in the games that he came off the couch to, play with Cleveland instead of Deshaun Watson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another guy can't stay on the field. Between whether it's legal crap or injuries.
Lot of shit.
Kareem Hunt is really playing good again, though.
Yeah.
They lost Chubb.
That was.
And
Think
by the
about
way-
what Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry, and you know what? I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But I'm going with you here. Hunt. Can you imagine if Hunt and Chubbs
Yeah,
was in this game?
yeah,
I'd be going Cleveland too.
yeah. Don't forget, they have, like I said, Miles Garrett, one of the best defensive players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You got, I think its name is Amari Cooper, is on Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
The ex-Cowboy.
Cowboy.
He's always dangerous. Had a damn good year.
Yeah.
So, you never know. If they protect Mr. Flacco, this could be a high-scoring game.
We shall see. But you know what, Pops? Let's take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Blue says, what I say, you can't write stuff like this.
You can't make this shit up. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, Blue, it's going to be a really interesting weekend, let me tell you. We got a lot to talk about on next Tuesday's show. Because we got Saturday football, Sunday football, Monday night football. You got to love it.
It's true. This is the time. Soak
It's
it
like
in.
a drug to me. I got to have the games.
Gotta have them now. This is the time. After this, these are the big moments right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Because next weekend is 4 games. So
Oh, yeah.
2 Saturday and 2 Sunday games.
So, this is the time. Free up your weekend.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Plant your ass on the couch.
Well, if you're getting married this weekend, postpone it. I'm only kidding.
I do, but I don't. We have to get the fuck home. The Browns are up by 7 right now. We got, babe, can we bring everybody to the house real quick?
Just shut your fiance.
It's gonna be nuts. We'll be right back though. We're gonna take a quick break, stretch your legs, grab some hydration. Talking about that, good hydration. Come on.
Temp to
Little recess child. It's got that sparkling hydration. Ooh. By the way, I just want to point out we are not affiliated or sponsored by Recess Sparkling Beverages, but they are quite phenomenal. Check them out. We'll be right back now. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Yeah.
And you're watching the Pops and Wiz Sportscast. We're your host. My name is Mr. Whiskers, and to my right is the one and only Papa K.
Take it easy.
I can't. I can't turn it off once it's on.
Yeah, but you do all the broadcasting most of it. So.
What are you talking about?
I just give opinions. Like I said, we were just talking off the air. Is Bill Belichick going to come back? Maybe not with New England. I think he will. Because I think Robert Kraft loves him. He's been
I
there
think
for,
so too.
whatever, 20-some years, 23, 24. And this was the worst loss ever, 4-13, that he's ever had.
4-13, and it brings up again, Pops. It's like, you say what you do for the losses. I mean, Bill Belichick has had such success as the head coach of New England, and I agree with you on that sense. Is you know what, Robert Kraft loves this guy. To get rid of him, to fire him for this season, I think it was one of those seasons. It was about time that we saw New England with a record like this. It's inevitable at some point in time. All teams will go through this at some point.
They've been bad since Brady left.
Since Brady left,
They did make the playoffs.
well, yeah, they did make the playoffs, and I wouldn't say like bad, but they haven't been to like that New England Patriots standard, that
No, they don't have the
that
players.
expectation.
They don't have the players.
Let me take standard out of that. Let me put expectation in. That expectation of the New England Patriots is of just what they have shown over the past decade plus.
But everybody that came to the Patriots turned out to be good, where other teams didn't want them. Edelman, obviously Brady, Randy Moss, what's his name? Wexler or something like that. No matter who.
Wesker.
Huh?
So Wesker?
Something like that, yeah.
Welker. Welker.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
thinking Wesker.
All these guys that came in here,
Resident Evil brain.
they did, unbelievable. What's his name comes from the Jets here and wins the Super Bowl. The great Revis. He was on the Jets. They couldn't win crap. He comes here, they win.
Before we went on break, I see Blue had put in there, if you want a wedding gift, you better postpone. It's playoffs time!
Yeah.
Wesker lives this passion. Wes Welker.
Wes Welker, that was the guy. Yeah, he was damn
That's
good.
the guy I was thinking of. Yeah, Wesker lives.
I think he went about a fucking stroke or something like that at one time. And then came back, and he was an announcer for a while. Anyway, no matter what, guys that came to that team, Belichick, I don't know if it was him, made these players better. Oh, by the way, how about Gronk? We forgot about him. One of the
Gronkowski.
best tight ends that Brady had ever.
And these were like a lot of the times, which I've seen I've seen like little documentary clips, if you want to call them that. Like you had brought up Edelman.
Fantastic.
Edelman would follow Tom Brady. He would be within close, even if Brady went on vacation. Edelman would be like, I'm going there too, just in case he needs me.
Yeah.
Just in case he wants to throw the ball.
The guy was like my height, a little bigger. He was tough as
I think he
nails.
was 5'11".
And he went down the middle of the field like it was nothing. Crucial catches when they had to make it. The guy was phenomenal.
But it's these players that put the work in right now. I mean, we've seen players, again, as we just talked about, Edelman, and the work that he had put in to be a star receiver.
And it was.
For the Patriots. And then you see on the other side of the spectrum, if you will, if you want to call it that, is guys that great, but only great because of certain things they did, but could have been better, like Odell Beckham Jr. Even
The Ravens.
he's on the Ravens, right? But again, this is a player that his name was, all over the place. People were doing their hair like him, everything like that when he was with the Giants. Because of one catch he had against the Cowboys in a game that the Giants had lost anyways. that really just kind of solidified his fame there. But then after that, okay, now he had a rather spectacular season with the Giants. Then after that, you just kind of saw the roller coaster ride that became Odell Beckham Jr. And, you know, I'm not discrediting the man's talent.
No, he was a great receiver.
But
hurt a lot.
I wouldn't put him as great. I would put him as he's a very respectable receiver, and he is a threat.
When he's on the field and he's healthy, he's damn good.
But one of the things that, again, and a lot of things that were out of his control with the injuries that he suffered, the injury that he suffered when he was with the Rams, Super Bowl, and that was something. All of a sudden, you know, the name Odell Beckham Jr. really shined. It really the flame reignited that name again.
And disappeared.
And then disappeared again. And now he's on the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, the Rams wouldn't sign him after that injury. The second time he had that with the Giants.
So now we have Baltimore right now. They're on a bye week. Who they're going to face, it's up there.
They're going to be tough to beat.
But what we were just talking about is here is another opportunity for a talented receiver with Odell Beckham Jr. Like we said, we've seen the guys that have grinded for it, that went through the ups and downs, and only kept trying to push forward, did not let anything get in the way, did not get distracted. Like, again, Edelman, Gronkowski, just using the New England Patriots again. Now, was that Bill Belichick's coaching? Was that their determination to be where they want to be? Was it a combination of both?
Talent and coaching is major. You got the talent on the Jets, right? In Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. Yet their coaching and offensive coordinators don't use them the way they should. Mm-hmm. These guys should be superstars.
This is something that now another opportunity, bringing Odell Beckham Jr. back into it. This is a moment right now where, this man has been fighting for a Super Bowl ring.
You got one.
Oh, that's with the Rams. Yeah. But, I can imagine. I cannot speak for Odell Beckham Jr. himself. He did make some very crucial plays in the Rams win that season. But if I'm Odell Beckham Jr. and I feel, again, I'm not speaking for Odell, but that this is what I think. He wants to be in that game all the way to the end.
Oh, yeah.
And be that impactful player.
Injury, he will be.
Yeah, be that impactful player for the Baltimore Ravens. He has shown a lot of talent with the Giants. He has shown a lot of talent with the Rams. Now we're sitting here. He's on the Baltimore Ravens. And I honestly...
He's projected to win.
Projected to win. I would love to see Odell Beckham, the roller coaster ride that he has had in his career. He has been on multiple teams that have been in the playoffs.
He's got lucky with one and maybe two now.
And maybe two. But one, I honestly think, in my opinion, that him with the Rams, I know in my heart of hearts, I feel that he definitely wanted to be more contributing to that Rams win.
Well, he did in the beginning until he got hurt in the first quarter.
I know. But
he might be the surprise guy with the Ravens.
Think about that. Somebody that he was in the New York Giants, a team that had won 2 Super Bowls. Yeah. He'd seen that. He was part of the reason that the Giants got to the playoffs, losing that game to the Green Bay Packers, unfortunately. But
it's terrible.
A lot of the conversation with Odell Beckham Jr. at the time was like he was partying or he wasn't fully committed. And then, we see that fully committed with the Rams, the unfortunate injury. What I want to see for Odell Beckham Jr. is that he plays with the Ravens and has that run that I feel that he's wanting for himself.
Oh, yeah. Again, he's not the number one guy anymore. Don't forget, he went from the Giants to Cleveland. Then he went to the Rams. Now he's with the Ravens. So he's been on 4 teams already. And he got hurt with the Rams. He got hurt with Cleveland. Obviously with the Giants.
So
the guy's injury prone.
he's injury prone. I just, in that sense, I want him to have that season that he has been looking for. That to be that Manningham on the sidelines, or that Tyree,
I feel differently. You know why? Because he embarrassed Tom Coughlin with his actions.
He was a young kid.
Whatever. Literally.
Young man. I can't say
You're
kid.
supposed to be a professional. I
Well,
don't give a shit how young you are.
that's what I mean. I think
And the shit he was doing with sidelines.
it was
It
embarrassing.
was embarrassing. He pretty much got Tom Coughlin fired.
I can agree with you on that, Bops.
Immature. So,
We've seen
grow the
immature
fuck up.
through the years.
Yeah, well, through all the injuries. But that initially, I loved the guy. But after that, I thought he was, like a clown.
Yeah.
All about me. The hell with the team. So, no.
We got Sweaty. Alt says, "Yo, it's me, Sweaty. I made an alt account because my friends got me banned for a little. How did I do regular season?"
Third.
Sweaty, you came in 3rd place. And I'm sorry to hear about the ban. But hey, you got 3rd place, man. There's some victory in that.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Sweaty. Impeccable in the chat saying, "Oh my God! Impeccable!" How's it going, Impeccable? It's great to see you.
Is that the calendar, girl?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Beautiful calendars, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely
pictures.
spectacular.
You are very talented.
Actually, Pops, could you grab that calendar off the wall for a second? Just want to showcase this a little bit. I am very, very happy with my purchase. And one of the what I love too is how when you receive the the calendar, you get Impeccable's logo right there. Such an awesome logo. I love the colors. And in the month of January, I don't want to spoil anything, but we'll just do the month of January. Look at that, the photography right there. It is absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Such a great calendar. Thank you again so much, Impeccable.
Yeah,
It was worth...
I can't push that damn thing in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll take care of that. Can you just put that, please, somewhere safe? Love it, though. Love it so much. We both love our calendars.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got the one with the animals, I think, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But that was one of the ones that I ordered because I know how much you love animals.
Yes, I do.
And this was one that, Impeccable and I talked about. She was like, I don't know, because they're selling so quick. Which, by the way,
That's great.
get your orders in, because these things are flying off the shelves.
Yeah. I love professional work.
But yeah, Papa K, you were able to get your hands on one of the animal ones, and Papa K, right? You open that thing up.
It was great. Beautiful. I got it in my dining room, against the wall.
Let's see. Yes. Impeccable says, "Did I get last?" Did Impeccable? How did Green do?
Oh, not too good.
Are you kidding? Thank you for buying them. We love them, Impeccable.
We do.
You can
that's
spoil.
for
You
sure.
have the only flower calendar. I got the only one.
That's green. Green, you said? 47 and 54. You just beat Mr. Whiskers by 2. Okay, yeah. Like I said, Perm, Blue, and Sweaty. Those are the top 3.
Let's see. Impeccable says, "I only have a few left. I won't be ordering more calendars for a while since we're in January now. This is time to get it in, chat, before January ends."
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't buy calendars right away. Yeah, it's only the first of the year.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, Impeccable. Mr. Whiskers placed last in Pop's picks. I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn this season. Football was not very kind to me.
No, maybe you'll do better with the playoffs.
I've got something inside me that says don't pick what I have picked.
Here he goes again.
'Cause every pick I've made, chat, it has been such shit.
Oh, God. I'll never listen to Harry Chapin again. Although he was stuck in my head since Saturday too.
Yeah, I've been just stuck. What does third get?
Handshake. No, 20K.
Third place, we have decided
Is that sweaty?
this season will be the Mr. Whiskers. Oh my God! Coffee mug.
What about second?
Second place that was the one that we were gonna get.
Coffee?
No, I already said the coffee mug is third place.
All right, no.
We can't announce second yet. Blue, you're gonna have to wait. It's kind of been like a, it was depending upon who won second was determining the second place prize, in that sense.
By one game.
But yeah, no, it is. It's gonna be a bit of a surprise.
Sweaty was in the lead till Perm and Blue kind of took over.
They just came in and were like, nah!
Yeah.
But Sweaty was like, I won't go down without a fight.
I'll hit you with my baseball.
I won't go quietly into the night. See? Imagine. See, you got a beggar was this, wow, Mr. Willis, you and I should go to a casino and just enjoy a drink and watch other people win money. The only problem with that, Impeccable, is the only way that we can have a drink for free is if we were gambling in a casino.
Hey, you've been lucky with gambling, though.
Oh, really? Pops Picks doesn't seem to say that way.
No, well, you told me we played roulette that time.
No, that was Jay Swift picked the numbers. I was just a fool with the chips.
Well, still, you were part of it.
Yeah, no, because at that point I was like, okay, we are down a little bit. Swift, you got a number? And she went 17. And I put a bunch on 17, fucking 17 hit. And she was like, she looked at me, she goes, give me the chips. And I was like,
That was great, though. Twice, right?
I gave her the big chips. I kept the small ones. And then later on, this was on our honeymoon. And she goes, I looked at her, I go, you got another number? I forgot what the second number she picked was, but she threw it. I put like a whole bunch of chips on that. It hit. And she looked at me again. She goes, give me the big chips. I gave her the big chips. She goes, are we done? I go, let's fucking cash out.
Damn right.
Cashed out. It paid for the rest. It paid for everything, all the crazy shit we did on our honeymoon that wasn't in already taken care of. We were just.
It's nice. Nice. Free money.
Woo!
Which is so hard. To win. Gambling.
It's beautiful. Both.
Like I told everybody, I told you, I stuck to my guns. January 1st, I stopped playing my numbers. And I haven't looked back since. Don't even care what comes out, because I don't go there.
We got Passion says, hoping to head to my mom's for the Super Bowl. Been ages since I've to a Super Bowl party. Well, one thing, Passion, another thing we're going to do, and I hope that you're able to get to Ma's house.
You know
When you do.
He has his own place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully you get there. One thing that we are going to be doing for Super Bowl, not only will we be hosting a party here at our house, this house right here, we will also bring back the Super Bowl chits and chats on the Discord. So this way, even if you can't make it here, you'll still be able to hang out and shoot the shit with us. And we can talk about what's going on in the game, shoot the shit, have a good time amongst ourselves, amongst each other, with each other, with each other. Sweaty's cracking up. I'm going to the casino Sunday, says Wild Man. Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Impeccable says, okay, then let's just play the $20 on blackjack.
$20.
Depending upon which casino you go to, it's like a 20-hour wait just to get on the blackjack table.
Is that right? Is that popular? I figure
Blackjack?
roulette, dice.
Depending upon when you go, you're waiting. I like to go to the roulette table. That's my spot. I like to hang out there, find a table I think is hot, play my plays, and hope I walk away
gambled so long, I wouldn't even know what to do.
with some pay.
Yeah, I don't know really what to do at one of those places. I don't like blackjack. I don't like, was it poker?
Yeah, no. If Pops, I know that's on the bucket list. Is my intentions are to take you to a casino, and I will show you how I like to enjoy the casino, and how I like to go about it,
Right.
and how much time. Got to put a time limit.
I like those.
Yeah, we'll do that. But we have to have a time limit. Like if we start at 6, we end at 8 or like 9 or something.
Right.
You know-
broke. Yeah, I don't even know how to play those games anymore. Do they have a thing called over and under?
Hold on a second. Sweaty says, what was my final record?
66 wins.
66
Losses
wins.
don't count. And you lost by 1. Blue had 67. And Perm had 75. He was the winner.
Think about that though, how close second and third were.
He was in the lead for several weeks there. Till Blue and Perm took over. You know, they went 6-0, 5-1, and he didn't do that well. But that's how they gained, the lead on him. But 66 wins, damn. By the way, Sweaty, I had 66 wins. I know I don't count.
I sucked.
Yeah, he had like 14 wins. No, I'm only kidding.
I mean, it's probably not too far off of the truth.
No, you had I think 37.
You said 40.
Did I say 40? Okay.
44.
Oh,
Beckable had 2 more wins than me.
yeah, I might have miscounted here.
He's just dropping my wins.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Is it 'cause I was-
Yeah, you had 45.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
37.
No, 37 was Wildman Dave.
To be fair, Wild Man didn't pick every week.
No, he didn't.
I did. So Wild Man, you almost beat me.
Yeah.
I picked every week.
102 games, you won 45. I won 66, same as Sweaty. Glove won 62. Thunder won 63. But again, a little short.
So he's next season. And again,
Hey,
congratulations to everybody in their...
We don't want to go that fast. Baseball season's coming around.
My thing is this. A big shout out to everybody that participated this season. A big thank you to everybody that joined in on the Pops Picks. You guys have made Pops Picks. You're the reason that Pops Picks has been so successful and so much fun.
Yeah.
So,
I love it too. Even though I picked the games, but I love it too.
hell yeah. So big thank you to
I told
everybody
you,
that...
I was gambling like I did 50 some years ago. I would have been a winner this year.
we
And
got...
who knows?
I've only, Beckable says, I only played blackjack. I only ever played at a blackjack table at Treasure Island, in Casino, Minnesota. My college friends and I used to go, all dressed up and smoke cigars and play blackjack. Like this style. We thought we were so cool. That is so cool.
I can't tell.
You know, that's a memory right there. That's what makes it so cool.
I never went to one all my life.
Bam. Sold. Says Sweaty. Blue says, casinos and I have a love-hate relationship. I love going to casinos, hate losing my money. So I'm normally happy if I just break even. We don't go to casinos very often. Once every 2 years, maybe 3.
Oh, God bless him. I haven't gone to one yet.
You know what though? How much fun would that be, right? Blue, Mismo. We come over there to Colorado, to Denver, and we all go to a casino together. That'd be a fucking crazy adventure.
Yeah, come up my $10.
Sweaty says, yes, I beat Pops and Wiz. That was expected.
No, you tied me.
It's a tie.
66 each.
It's a tie, Sweaty. You guys beat the hell out of me.
Yeah.
People that didn't play beat the hell out of me.
This is true.
I mean, anybody that was sitting there thinking about what teams they would pick had a better record than I had.
Yeah, he sucked.
Could have been worse.
Nah, no. Last year you were better.
Last year was awesome.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
This year, I was the New England Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the worst team in the league was Carolina.
Fuck, are you comparing me to Carolina?
No, I'm just saying, I think they won 2 games.
Well, I was the worst in this.
Yeah, well, not really. Yeah, well, people that won.
So wait, so is impeccable the New England Patriots? I'm the Panthers of this Pops picks?
No, you guys were pretty low, but yeah, think about it. New England lost 13 games. How many games did we lose? 6 and 11, right? So we lost 11 games.
I'm the fucking Panthers of Pops picks.
Well, what other teams?
Well, shit!
Yeah.
I didn't think of it like that.
Jets won 7. They went 7 and 10. They actually beat the Giants. But
At least you got to be the Patriots.
next year's another year. You could see a whole turnaround. I'm telling you, the teams that have the great quarterbacks will always be in the mix. And I'm telling you, it's going to be Jalen Hurts, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Prescott. They think Belichick might go to Sandy. Oh, well, no. L.A. Chargers.
I could be a great quarterback.
Yeah.
Are you telling me you're the managers of the Great Quarterback League?
No.
I'd like to be in this league.
I just go by the stats.
So when I pick up the ball, I hike it, and I throw it to who? Now I'm getting a little out of control. I get it. I see Pops. When I saw Pop's eyes like roll in the back of his head, like, Jesus, please stop now, please, for the love of all God.
But my point is, the great quarterbacks on the teams are going to be there almost every year, unless there's injuries. I'm telling you right now. No matter what you say.
No. But you know what? Just to like go with that, though, there was room for a lot of other quarterbacks this season.
Didn't make it.
I know, but again, 20 teams that were involved.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And I think that also kind of
14 survived.
I think that also kind of goes with, it's not just the quarterbacks, it's the teams itself.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
You know, these defenses showed up. You know, I know the Giants were like they were like that much involved at the end.
Yeah,
But you know what? At the end, you saw that the Giants defense, they showed something this season.
And even our offense showed
You
a
know,
little bit.
our offense, despite all the chaos that had happened around that, you know, seeing Tommy DeVito in the 4 games he played, 3-1, that was insane to watch. That was a great thing to see.
Yeah, he won't be back.
I know, but like, you know, just to see, like, you know, this kid come up and do what he did, and when they trusted him with the ball, you know, he protected it to go win 3 in a row without an interception as a third string quarterback. You know, we see guys like, again, C.J. Stroud. Yeah, he's in the playoffs right now, but for him to come in here and do what he's done this season, let's look at guys like Jordan Love right now. His first season as a starter brings the Green Bay Packers
10 wins.
10 wins to the playoffs. No Aaron Rodgers. You know, Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets. We see what happened there. And that's no fault to Aaron Rodgers. Again, an injury like that, you can't predict these kind of things. But kudos to the Jets for not letting it be the determining factor to their season, where they still play competitive ball.
They will nowhere anyway with him next year. I don't care. They might win 8 games. You got Miami and Buffalo.
We got Blue says, you come to Colorado, there's going to be a little party going up to the mountains for the casinos. I think you'll have a lot of your fans here. Now, Miss Wiz. Fans, no, we have a lot of friends. We have a lot of friends.
I would love to go there. Sean loved it. He said it was one of the most beautiful states he ever went to.
That would be a very exciting trip.
You got the
And
Colorado
that's something that we need to
Avalanche.
plan.
You got Rockies, Colorado Rockies baseball.
Colorado Rockies, Colorado Avalanche.
Hockey.
I'd love to go to a Rockies
Denver
game, actually.
Broncos, football. I don't think they have a basketball team that I know of.
No, the Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets, I take it back. I
Yeah.
think they just won a title not too long ago. So. Better than the Knicks, they haven't won in 51 years.
Pops with the positive.
No,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Think about it. The Nets have
I know
no-
they've
the
sucked.
Nets
They
have
have
not-
sucked.
They got a good team right now. They have made that trade, and look out! They beat the crap out of Philly, Wizards. They won, I think won 3 in a row by like 20 or 30 points in every game. So they got 2 superstars, in my opinion: Jalen Brunson and what's his name, Julius Randle.
Well, Pops, I believe we've hit our closing time right now.
Yes, we have.
Is there anything that you would like to add?
Nope. I can't wait for the Saturday afternoon when we go to my nephew, your cuz.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cuzzo, we're going. Get ready for us.
It's gonna be an interesting weekend watching him and Kobe and Joey.
Woo!
Well, Marilyn's gonna be there. I think obviously Joey's wife. Colleen.
Yeah, no. Looking forward to seeing the whole crew.
I think they want you to bring your guitar. No, I'm just
Shit, I
telling
need
you.
to start playing again.
I'm just telling you.
I'll bring it.
Mhm.
I'll bring it.
I'm just mentioning it. You don't have to, but
I'll bring it. I gotta actually start playing some songs again.
well, whatever. You can play some old songs.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I gotta.
I know if Nick and Angela come, forget it. You know those kids. They're gonna love to hear you play. They have 4 of them. I can't believe how big they are. They're already driving.
Oh, hey, time goes by fast.
You ain't
Pops,
kidding.
January 16th is going to mark 5 years that we've been doing this.
19th is gonna be 73 years. Wow.
73
And I look at
and 5 years doing this sportscast.
yeah.
Still look the same.
Nah.
Would you want to tell us all where the fountain of fucking youth is?
I know.
Because let me tell you something. Every time I go out, people are like, "Hey, old man." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I look at some of the videos and pictures. No, don't kid yourself. I feel okay. My legs, my butt, but my face, the hair's half gone. It's age. Believe me.
You
There's
look
no
great. excuses.
No. I'm telling you, you get gray, you get old, you get fucking bald.
No, dude,
Well-
you fucking own it, man.
Nah, whatever. Anyway, see you next week.
Again, ladies and gentlemen,
Enjoy Wild Card Weekend.
Wild Card
Please.
Weekend, yeah, it's upon us. We have Pop's Wild Card picks in the Discord now. If you haven't made your picks yet, you have an opportunity to do it during the course of the week. Again, we just ask that you get it in before the games start. This way those picks are valid. Just a shout out there are no rewards or giveaways for
Playoffs.
the playoffs or the Super Bowl. This is all just for fun and shooting the shit and hanging out and having fun with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for participating in Pops Picks. Thank you again for all the support, the love that you've shown this channel, Pops and I. We can't express
Love it. Thank you so
how
much.
happy we are to be a part of this community and all the love that you've shown throughout this season. The month of October, $125. We passed our expectations or our goal of what we wanted to raise for the Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation.
Yeah.
And that's all thanks to you guys. You guys are amazing. We love you guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your week. And we'll see you
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I've got something inside me
Here we go. Yeah, I'm leaving.
that drives Pops fucking crazy. It's every time I take a song, I butcher it. Oh, I butcher it. We always have so much fun. And we love hanging out and shooting the shit with you guys. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Excuse me. There should be some gaming live stream coming up Thursday. I have also like to put out there, Grim Reaper and I have made a little bit of a bet against each other. We're also, because I spoke about donations before, talking about those sweet donations. Come on. Grim and I have a bet going on against each other that if I can do a platinum playthrough or get a platinum in Resident Evil 3 Remake before Grim PBs in 3 Resident Evil games, if I win, Grim will be dyeing his beard green in the month of March, Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month. Vice versa. If I don't get that platinum in Resident Evil 3 Remake, and Grim, who already is PB'd twice, now he has to beat my time in Resident Evil 3 Remake, then he will dye his beard green for a stream in the month of March. So be sure to pay attention to those, fun little things that are coming up. Take it easy, everybody. I'll see you later, meow.